They gave me a host position for Late Night Long Beach. No, it's no work. All I gotta do is read off a prompter. I know, right? I get to be the voice of the campus. I'm excited, you know? Love you too, Mom. Bye.
Right, got it.
Oh, God.
Gen Life Matter! Gen Life Matter! Gen Life Matter! Gen Life!
Hey, does anybody know anything about the new host? Like, I don't know anything about her.
Oh my god, did you just assume their gender?
Hey, whoa, no, I wasn't going for that, but seriously, like, I don't know anything about them. Like,
I don't know, I just enjoy screaming and holding signs, so here I am. Excuse me, who are you, and where's Jen?
Jen graduated.
You, as the host, objectifies me as a consumer of contemporary media.
Okay, I don't know what's going on right now, so I'm not dealing with this. I'm not in the mood. I'm not going to the Nugget.
Yeah, you know what? That's right. Walk away, bitch.
Not right, no. Gen Life Matter! No! Say no to Gen Life Matter! No!
Hello and welcome to Season 6 of Late Night Long Beach. I'm Victor Wright, and I'm happy to announce that Jen is A-okay after her horrible Dunkin' Donuts accident. So if we could all just take a moment to silently pray for her speedy recovery. Wow, what a great audience! So it is most humbly that I accept the role of host for the next 4 episodes. Now, we've got a great show for you tonight. Gonna dive right into the fun stuff. Civil disobedience. Okay, so the real question is, where would we be without civil disobedience? No, actually, wait. The real question is, what exactly is civil disobedience? Civil disobedience is defined as the refusal to obey a law or follow a policy believed to be unjust. Practitioners of civil disobedience usually base their actions on moral right and employ the non-violent technique of passive resistance in order to bring wider attention to the injustice. In the modern era, civil disobedience has been used in such events as street demonstrations, marches, the occupying of buildings, strikes, and other forms of economic resistance. So, staying out past curfew or bringing Brett home to piss off your parents is not a form of civil disobedience. In climates of racism, unfair representation, and hatred, where individual freedoms and liberties are at stake, it only makes sense to try and enact change, as long as this change is for the better. There is a limit, though, which brings another question. What makes someone a dick, and what makes someone a civil activist? So, we're gonna find out in our new segment, Dick or Disobedience! Yes! That's right. This is the game where our leading correspondents will hear a piece of news and they have to decide if the people involved are helping to further a cause or if they're just being a dick. Our first correspondent comes from Long Beach, California. Their favorite animal is a sunflower and they once shook hands with a Cuban. Please welcome our first correspondent, Jacky Bowie! Our second correspondent also comes from Long Beach, California. If a flame touches their body, they'll feel pain, and they think OJ is innocent. Please welcome Kirsten Hernandez! Our final contestant also comes from Long Beach, California. Last night, they had a nightmare about a walrus eating them alive, and they often believe that life is not worth living. Please welcome Daniel Farias! Hey, Daniel! So, you all know how to play the game. Are you ready to play Dicker Disobedience!
Let's go!
Oh! All right, Jackie. I'm going to be reading a news article from Time Magazine in 2010. Are you ready?
Ready.
At this point, it's a tradition. The Los Angeles Lakers win the NBA championship. The fans riot downtown. Despite a heavy police presence, which was publicized yesterday by Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa and Police Chief Charlie Beck, fans who were ecstatic over the Lakers' Game 7 victory over the Boston Celtics met near the Staples Center, throwing bottles and debris at cops and setting fire along arteries leading from the arena. So, were these people involved in an act of civil disobedience, or were they being a bunch of dicks?
You know, it's a tough call, but I think that the people involved were being a bunch of dicks.
Show me dick! Oh, congratulations, Jacky! That is 1 point for you. Kirsten, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Famed civil rights activist Rosa Parks was born Rosa Louise McCauley on February 4th, 1913 in Tuskegee, Alabama. Her refusal to surrender her seat to a white passenger on a public bus in Montgomery, Alabama, spurred a citywide boycott and helped launch nationwide efforts to end segregation of public facilities. Was Rosa Parks acting civilly disobedient, or was she being a big fat dick?
Man, Victor, that's really hard. Like, you know, Rosa Parks was one of the leaders in the civil rights movement in America, but also it really wasn't a big deal that she gave up her seat. So I say she's being a big fat dick.
Flash that dick! Okay, Kirsten. Not sure how you got there, but it's fine. We'll move forward. All right, we'll move forward. Daniel, you ready?
Let's go.
Edgar Madison Welch, 28, of Salisbury, North Carolina, was arrested and charged with assault with a dangerous weapon after allegedly opening fire on Comet Ping Pong, the Northwest Washington pizza shop, at the center of a baseless online conspiracy theory involving Clinton and owner James Alefantis, according to DC Metro Police. Was Edgar Madison acting in an act of civil disobedience, or was he being a dick?
He thought he was doing the right thing, but he shot up a pizza place for no reason. So I'm gonna say he was a dick. No. He was being disobedient.
We're gonna be.
No. He was being a dick. Big dick.
Is dick your final answer?
Yes. I want dick.
Let's see some dick! Oh! Yes! Congratulations, Jackie and Daniel. You have moved on to the bonus round. So, the rules here, I will read a piece of news. Whoever hits the desk first will be able to answer. Are you ready? Shia LaBeouf. All right, that was pretty quick. What's your answer?
Aren't you gonna read the rest of the excerpt?
Bonus round rules, as soon as you hit the desk, you have to answer.
Okay, so it's Shia, and he is a dick?
Can I get one last dick pic? Oh, Daniel! Oh! Yes! Congratulations!
In your face! What?
Oh,
What?
you have won Dicker Disobedience, which means you win this brand new car! Everyone give it up for Daniel Farias! Ah, congratulations and enjoy your prize. So, I'd like to thank all of our contestants for playing, and we'll be back after these messages. Everyone give it one more round of applause for Daniel Farias for winning his new car. Yes, there's Shia LaBeouf inside. You also get to meet Shia LaBeouf. Isn't that amazing? Congratulations, off he goes. Thank you, Daniel, and thank you, Jacky and Kirsten, for being here. Next time you'll get a new car and Shia LaBeouf. How exciting. Yeah.
Here we find a normal student doing normal student things. Hello, sir.
What?
I said, hello, sir.
Who are you?
There's a clear line between right and wrong when it comes to civil disobedience. Do you know what that line is?
No?
Violence. Okay, here are some signs.
Pineapple's here. Don't fear. Get over it. Pineapple belongs on pizza.
You know, I don't quite believe in that stance, sir.
It looks like we have come to an impasse. What are you gonna do to get your point?
Punch her in the face.
No, that's just senseless violence.
I want to punch her.
You might want to, but that is not right.
I'm gonna just do it anyway.
No, don't.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Stop it.
I'm gonna punch her.
Stop it right
I'm gonna
now.
do it anyway.
No, don't.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You won't.
Yes.
Bet.
Yes. What is this? Where am I?
You are currently trespassing on government property. They're about to come arrest you. What do you do?
Make a Molotov cocktail.
No. Don't you remember the key concept of keeping protests civil?
Yeah. You just light it and throw. I just forgot a tip there.
Do you really think that's the best option?
Yeah, I think it is.
Now here's a situation even you can't mess up. You simply need to get signatures on this petition.
Sounds simple enough. Hey, who wants to sign my petition? It's for a good cause. You want to get this? Hey, you want to sign my petition?
Oh God, not you again. What the hell do you want?
I want people to sign my petition.
All right, let's take a look.
It's for making pineapple pizza the national pizza of the United States of America.
I can't find this.
Why can't you sign it?
Now, how are you going to solve this without violence?
Molotov cocktail.
No.
Yes.
No.
Molotov cocktail.
No. Put it down.
Molotov cocktail.
No.
I calmly respect your opinion and wish you have a wonderful day.
That wasn't that bad, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Now you know the wonders of civil disobedience. Let's go get some pizza.
As long as it has pineapple on it.
Welcome back. It's now time for our onboard segment of the night. Sadly, things aren't as black and white as our PSA and game show make it out to be. There are many gray areas when it comes to the real world of civil disobedience. How do we know that we are going in the right direction? And additionally, how far is too far? We know civil disobedience requires breaking the law, therefore there better be some relevant justifications for doing so in the first place. Those justifications do not include jaywalking because you are too lazy to walk all the way down the block, and now I have to slow down in the middle of a 40-mile-per-hour street for you, Kevin. One of the more controversial issues regarding civil disobedience is the Dakota Access Pipeline. For those who don't know the full story, here's the background. The Dakota Access Pipeline is a multi-billion-dollar project that would transfer oil from a field in North Dakota to the nearest large-scale refinery in Illinois. Fucking Illinois, a state so shitty 4 of the last 7 governors have gone to jail. A state so shitty it is the #1 state that people want to get away from. A state so shitty the official state motto is, hey, come on guys, we did our best. Are you fucking kidding me? Unfortunately, the pipeline would have to travel under the Missouri River, leaving many people more than nervous about a potential oil spill. Most notable of these people have been the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, whose main water source is the Missouri River. This ultimately erupted into a long series of protests between the construction company and local citizens, with thousands of supporters. Both sides contend that they are going through peaceful means to prove their point, but as the protests extend themselves longer, the more violent the protests have become for both parties. This includes incidents of police brutality such as the use of tear gas, rubber bullets, and high-powered water hoses. This is not to say that there haven't been radicals on the protest front. There have been multiple cases of protesters bringing weapons such as knives and pistols and using them to threaten police officers. There was even an incident where a protester on horseback herded a group of bison, yes, that kind of bison, toward law enforcement. I'm not saying that we here at Late Night Long Beach condone violence, but if your form of violent protest is to bum rush cops with bison, you better believe it's a fight worth fighting for. Trying to trace back what event started each individual violent standoff between protesters and the police is essentially like trying to understand why the coyote and roadrunner hate each other. Ha! Just kidding. The coyote wants to eat the roadrunner the way the US government wants to eat the hopes and dreams of the Native American people. But besides that point, let's look at why the Native American tribes are upset in the first place. According to the Dakota Access Pipeline facts page, many of the common concerns for this issue are merely misconceptions. The first was the discovery that an early proposal of the pipeline indicated that the route would be 10 miles north of Bismarck, the capital of North Dakota. However, when those plans were scrapped, many rumors were spread that the reroute happened because the pipeline was going to have harmful environmental effects on the citizens of Bismarck. According to the Bismarck Tribune, the U.S. Army Engineer Corps responded to these claims, saying that if it were to make its pipeline miles on top of Bismarck, it would be dangerously close to both residential locations and natural water springs, the main source of water for Bismarck. So essentially, their argument is it could put residents in danger and contaminate their water source. We actually have an official transcript of the Army Corps response. Supporters of the Dakota Pipeline also defend the construction by saying there is already a pipeline not owned by Dakota Access Company that is laid in the same area. Furthermore, the Dakota Access Pipeline will go further underground and be even safer than the pipes above it. This is like your friend Kevin coming over asking if he could poop in your backyard, saying it's not much different because your dog already poops in your backyard. Yeah, it's annoying that my dog has to poop in my yard, but do not expect me to clean up your shit, Kevin. Finally, and more relevantly, Dakota Access also claims it has gone through extensive environmental assessments, concluding that they are committing the least environmental impacting plan. However, according to Inside Climate News, in April 2016, 3 federal agencies, Environmental Protection Agency, the Department of Interior, and the Advisory Council on Historic Preservation voiced concerns regarding the protection of drinking water resources, emergency preparedness, and tribal coordination. However, these concerns were superseded as the Army Corps responded months later, simply stating the anticipated environmental, economic, cultural, and social effects of the project are not injurious to the public interest. We actually have a second document of this transaction. Eventually, the Obama administration became involved. In December 2016, the Obama administration ended up halting the pipeline's production, calling the Army Corps to conduct a final environmental impact statement. However, this was soon overturned by President Baby Hands McMinimouth, as he signed an easement to the Dakota Access, having them finalize the construction of the pipeline. But after all the hard decisions and controversy the Obama administration took to stop the pipeline, it must have been a long, thought-provoking decision on his part, right?
This is with respect to the construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline. Dakota Access Pipeline. Again, subject to terms and conditions to be negotiated by us.
Are you serious? It takes me more thought to figure out what I'm going to have at In-N-Out than it took this cruel joke of a world leader to end an almost year-long nationwide controversy. And there's only one big decision you make when you go to In-N-Out. What flavor milkshake do I get? And even that's an easy answer. It's Neapolitan because it's all 3 flavors in one. Not only did Trump sign the Dakota Access Pipeline back into effect, but also signed the Keystone Pipeline, which was also canceled by the Obama administration back in 2015. So in the span of 30 seconds, the Trump administration literally just kicked the work of the Obama administration and the environment in the jewels. All right, to be honest, I admire his bronze-dipped balls. I mean, if the Standing Rock natives were angry before, I can't imagine how heated the reservation is now.
And we're back with our national lead. Just moments ago, the deadline passed for Dakota Access Oil Pipeline protesters to leave their encampments on federal land. Now, while some of the remaining protesters may be getting ready to dig in their heels even deeper, others are leaving the site. Some protesters have been setting fires to their own camps, either because they did not have enough time to break them down or because the tents are, quite frankly, frozen to the ground.
Aw, shit. Well, I guess that's the end of it, right? Or is it? Of course it isn't. As of this taping, multiple Native American tribes are rallying to make a 4-day protest in Washington, demanding for their voice to be heard. Now, cool, yeah. I'll clap for that, thank you. Now let's talk about some other modern protests that paint another perspective regarding civil disobedience. A couple that come to mind are some recent protests at UC Berkeley. The first is the infamous Milo Yiannopoulos protest. At first, I didn't see what the big deal was. I thought he was the lead singer to Neon Trees. But think about it. Have you ever seen Milo Yiannopoulos and the lead singer to Neon Trees in the same room at the same time? I didn't think so. On February 1st, former Breitbart reporter was invited by the college Republicans to speak. However, a group of 1,500 protesters came together to protest the event, causing $100,000 of damage to the campus. CNN reported on February 2nd, black-clad protesters wearing masks threw commercial-grade fireworks and rocks at police. Some even hurled Molotov cocktails that ignited fires. They also smashed windows of the Student Union Center on the Berkeley campus where the Yiannopoulos event was to be held. At least 6 people were injured. Some were attacked by the agitators, who are part of an anarchist group known as the Black Bloc. My first question, how do anarchists even know when to gather in a group? Does a leader send out an email to everyone? Is there like a Facebook group or a group message? Is there a knitting circle or a book club where they vote on what time to gather each week and to knit and read books? If so, how exactly is that anarchy? The answer to my second question of why would people destroy $100,000 worth of damage to Berkeley is pretty obvious when it was reported that the ones perpetrating the violence weren't affiliated with the campus at all. The second protest at Berkeley I want to talk about is on October 16th, 2016, when students linked arms, stopping white students from going to class. All right, listen, Milo is a dick. I understand why people would want to do something about him coming to the university, but this protest actually makes no sense to me. Those white students were probably on their way to history class to learn about all the shitty things white people have done. Why would you stop that? But seriously, this creates an us versus them mentality where there are only good people and bad people completely based on something that no one can actually control, race. All this does is block off the conversation. If equality is the end goal, then they're cock-blocking these white students of the education needed to penetrate the racial divide in America. The last protest I want to talk about is the Black Lives Matter protest, blocking people from seeing Donald Trump's inauguration speech. What do I say about this? I get it was kind of a shitty thing to do, but do I really have to defend the Trump inauguration? Come on, Jason. It's kind of a shitty thing of them to do. That's it. Bringing it back to reality, this might sound like the hippiest shit you've ever heard, but to live in a democracy is to voice your opinion in a loud, nonviolent way. Simply put, you can't fight ignorance, violence, and hate with more ignorance, violence, and hate, but rather with compassion, patience, and love. Are you shitting me, Jason? Jesus Christ, man. All right, whatever. Although it's beyond easy to punch your Aunt Judith from Idaho at the dinner table after praising our baby-lotioned president and for thinking the alt-right is all right, sometimes communicating your thoughts and ideas in a calm fashion is a much more civil approach. And if she refuses to listen to your point, grab a megaphone. If she walks away, follow her and chant to the heavens. If she locks herself in her house, Trespass on her front lawn because your opinion is right, god damn it. That's it for the episode, 49ers. Now if you'll excuse me, there's a lawn I have to trespass on.